Hi, I'm Azra.
And hi, I'm Theandra.
And you're listening to the A&T Friendship Diaries. What's up, y'all? And welcome to Season 2. Season 2.
It's in the house.
Started off amazing. So, just so you know, we're going to review episodes 1 through 4 of Season 2. We're going to start with episode 1, which to me is the best episode.
The best.
Out of all 4 episodes. And the title of episode 1 is Rebirth. And I think it's a very good title for fitting. Everything that takes place in this episode. So season 2 picks up from the end of season 1, where Klaus, Elijah, and what's the baby girl's name? Haley are pretending to be in mourning because they've sent baby Hope off with Rebecca, so that the witches, the wolves, everybody thinks that Klaus and Haley's baby is dead. And they're pretending to mourn. Got it. So season 2 picks up with, it's been, like they said, about 6 months that they've been in the house doing the mourning thing.
I think it's 2.
It's only been 2 months?
Only been 2 months.
Yeah, that's not a long enough time if you're trying to pretend your baby dead.
It is. Yeah, 2 months.
You think 2 months is enough time to mourn? Is that maybe 2 months vampire?
Yeah, 2 months vampire. Because you never get over losing a child. That's a lifetime mourning.
Okay.
But there's time. I mean, you still got to go on with your life. So the fact that Klaus was shut up for 2 whole months while his enemies kept walking, that's what made them believe, like, oh, because Klaus should be out here ripping necks.
Right, and taking names.
Yeah,
because somebody killed his baby.
Even if he ain't killing the people that killed his baby, like, he should be
killing somebody.
Yeah, have the whole city just in terror.
Okay.
But he's not. And the fact that he ain't moved is what's driving them crazy. But yeah, so.
Okay, I understand now. So yeah, Klaus is edgy. He's
very edgy.
He's ready to come outside and play.
Yeah, he just needs a massage.
You know who else is edgy? Haley.
Haley is the edgiest.
Haley is also ready to come outside.
Do you think? Look, I think she got Elijah like on his toes. He'd be like Elijah's low key, like he don't know how to take hybrid Haley.
No, he doesn't. He's very confused.
He's really confused.
I'm not confused. I like hybrid Haley.
Tell me why you like hybrid Haley.
Because she don't play. She remind me of Klaus. Her temper quick. Her patience short. She
remember she used to be all like trying to be like really like say stuff to Elijah, but put it in a nice position. Hybrid Haley,
she
get it to him wrong.
Hybrid Haley don't give a darn about your feelings.
She don't,
especially Elijah's. Elijah's really acting up, but we're gonna get to that. So they need to locate the stones in episode 2, because the stones that were made into what they call daylight rings, moonlight rings were forged with Klaus's blood. So every full moon, the moonlight rings pull from his power.
Yes.
So Elijah's on a mission to find said rings. There's 12 of them.
Yes.
And we know that the Guerreros have like 6 of them, 8 of them mugs. You know, I can't stand them.
I don't either. Even though they're a group of alphas and I like werewolves, they're a pack of alphas. I just don't. No, I don't like them. Because
I especially don't like Francesca.
No, I don't either. Her little cocky self.
She really is. But lucky for us, Elijah goes out and he does locate all 12 rings.
Yes, he does.
Now they got to figure out how in the world they're going to get them back. We find out that during this time that Klaus been in the house, Francesca been in the house too, hiding from Klaus.
Yeah, she should be. She should have left the city.
She definitely should have left the city. I don't know why she did.
I don't either. First of all, I don't know what ever made her thought it was ever a good idea to give Haley to the witches and be responsible for Klaus' baby dying. Like, who in Klaus
like
is already
earlier,
unhinged. Yeah, he's unhinged on a regular.
Yeah. That's some cocky mess to do. And she did it like it was gonna be okay.
She, we'll get into her.
This is why this is one of the best episodes. Cause, ma'am.
Oh, and my baby, he was
she didn't think that they was gonna come for her.
He was agitated. He was like, I can't be sitting in this house like this. Like,
he couldn't even paint.
No. Bruh had like 15 blank canvases. Because he was missing his main ingredient.
What's his main ingredient, sister?
Okay, let me tell y'all. If y'all don't know, this is one of the reasons why I love this man, okay? And I know it's crazy and it's a little dark, but that's who I am.
It's okay. Give it to him.
He cannot paint because his favorite color is red, which is mine too. Totally different reasons though.
Correct.
But there's only one color red he like. It's blood red. Literally
red.
The blood of his enemies.
Yes.
So because he been in the house for 2 months, he got enemies out there, but he ain't got no blood. So he can't paint. And he literally uses the blood of his enemies in all of his paintings. Isn't that poetic?
It is. And right now he's going crazy.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
Ain't no poetry.
Yeah,
he's got to kill somebody.
Yeah, he needs some blood. He needs some paint.
He's got to kill somebody.
Get that boy some paint.
Yeah, because he needs to release and because he needs to paint. He's got a two double because he likes to kill. That's also his thing. Painting is his thing.
And he does it so beautifully. Like if you had to,
as beautiful as Elijah.
Oh yeah, now Elijah, he's artistically beautiful with his killing.
He really
I
is.
can say.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if Klaus will get as poetic because Klaus is just like straight to the point, but Elijah is very meticulous and he's very proper. Like he gonna give you a proper killing.
Yeah, you gonna die in style.
A stylish death.
You sound just like Elijah.
I love him both. But anyway.
I love him so much. So the scene where I don't love Elijah is where he's taking down the crib and Haley walks in. First of all, before Haley,
that ain't your place, bruh.
Before Haley even walked in, that was my same thought. This ain't your baby.
Right.
Who said you could take down the crib?
Right. And you should have talked to her first before you.
He knew she wasn't going to be okay with it. That's what I think. That's why he didn't say anything to her.
But why did he feel like he needed to do that?
I don't know.
Like, did he know that was going to make her mad?
I think for Elijah, he was like, we're supposed to be kind of acting this out and you've mourned basically long enough. And not really realizing that like Haley was for real mourning because she still for real didn't have her baby. Yeah. It doesn't matter that her baby is alive. She don't got the baby.
And it's the first couple months of their life. This is like
when they're supposed to be
bonding.
I didn't like Elijah.
And the wolf in her.
Right.
The wolf in her.
Correct.
When it comes to a wolf and they pup, like, bruh, don't, like, you about to get snatched up here, Elijah.
Correct.
You about to get your wig split.
Yeah, Haley was not having that. They have some words. And the words that they have and just how intense she is, when you just said like Elijah doesn't know how to take hybrid Haley, he was just looking at her like,
I'm gonna tell you, so he did not know how to take hybrid Haley, so much so to the point where he went to Klaus and was like, I don't know what it is that Haley needs, but now maybe you can offer her something. Because he's like, I don't know how to deal with a hybrid. Like, you know how to deal with Klaus, but a woman hybrid who just lost her pup, like,
correct, that he loves.
And Klaus was like, all right.
Yeah.
So Klaus, like, take her out to kill. And Elijah,
he knew it was gonna make her feel better.
And Elijah was mad.
He was
like, she deserves. What do you say? The mother of your children deserves
better. But here's the thing: you can't ask Klaus to help, and then Klaus help, and you tell him his help don't look like what you thought help was supposed to look like. Like that helped her. What did Klaus say? You should have seen her smiling as she was covered in witch's blood. That baby was probably giddy.
He was like,
she out there frolicking.
What did he say? Elijah's high standards, your high morale. She don't need that right now.
She did what made her feel good. And Klaus knew that it would. And it made him feel good because he felt like he helped her.
Yeah.
You could see how proud
he was very proud.
Until Elijah came in there shitting on it.
like y'all just killed a whole bunch of why would you let her do that? He was like,
Who cares? They're witches. We don't like the witches.
No.
Yeah, Elijah was very I don't know. He was acting very high horsey for no damn reason. So wait, let's get into Davina having Michael. So that carried over from season 1. Michael asked Davina to bring him back from the dead. Davina does. I'm so disappointed in her. Like, I just want to, I don't know, tell her, you're a little girl. Sit your little girl ass down and stop playing with these adults. This man is a vampire. He's been alive for over 1,000 years.
And been dead for about...
and been dead 500 years. You are a 16-year-old girl. You don't keep telling Michael you're not scared. Why you not? You're lying.
Once again, it's the witch in her. You really...
That's what I'm saying. They're super cocky. Yeah. Absolutely not. Why you not scared? It's Michael. Klaus scared.
Because they don't think. If something... Now look, Klaus is that hybrid, okay? He that hybrid. If Klaus is scared of Michael and you scared of Klaus, why would you be comfortable being with something that's
correct?
Scares Klaus.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all can't control Klaus.
But this goes back to the witches being
cocky.
I understand the witches on the originals. They're all pretty powerful. Yeah. Like I get it, but again, you're a 16-year-old girl.
Exactly.
Who barely survived the harvest.
Right.
You think you're gonna survive Michael? But she think because she got on that little funky ass bracelet.
Yeah.
That she
could control him because she want to figure out how to kill Klaus, but not kill what he sired.
Yeah, she just trying to save Marcel.
And Josh. Okay.
That's right.
But then but you don't care about nobody else that's in his sire line. You don't know, because you don't know them, don't make it okay.
Correct.
You only worried about saving your own only 2 friends. That's so selfish.
It's a 16-year-old girl thought, though.
It is a 16-year-old girl thought.
I just care about my friends, my stuff.
Because she don't know. I watched the other series. You're gonna kill Stefan. You're gonna kill Damon and all of them because they're sires. But she don't care about none of them.
She doesn't care about that. If your name
ain't Marcel or Josh,
she doesn't care, and she's fighting really hard to figure out how to get them. What is it? Unsired?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's skating on a blessing because
she really is.
It's only Grace that's keeping Klaus from it's only because his love for Marcel and he respect Camille that she ain't found herself on the other side with them other stinking ancient witches.
Pretty much. Yeah. Right. It's a few reasons why she's not dead, but she should be.
Should be. Somebody should be drawing her power.
She should be an ancestor. So when Klaus realizes that the wolves, part of the reason, let me back. Part of the reason that Klaus is not making a move, because he also doesn't know where the White Oak stake is.
Correct.
And he thinks the wolves have it.
Correct.
But then they do some deciphering, and they realize the wolves don't have it.
Exactly.
And now it's time to come out.
But you know how they knew how they figured out that they didn't have it?
Probably because they hadn't made a move against Klaus.
Right, because if you got the stake and he's
that thing that can kill the originals. Correct.
So
you would expect them to show up.
But they didn't show especially when, at least on the full moon, because Klaus is weak then.
Correct, because of the moonlight rings. Yeah. If there was ever going to be a time to attack, it's on a full moon. And I'm pretty sure there had been a few during the time that they was locked up in the house pretending to mourn.
Correct.
But they don't have it.
Nope. But they thought they was going to be on the move to be able to get it. That's why they planted them ideas so they could show up because they was going to try to take him out. But they fell into the trap.
They did. Not even really realizing that it's somehow going to enter Klaus's mind that if I just get the rings back, I get my power back. But it does enter Klaus and Elijah's mind that if we take the rings back, you'll gain back your power and you won't be weak when there's a full moon. So now it's time to get the rings back.
They weren't ready.
Nobody. Especially Francesca's ass.
No. She's like, I'm safe here. You go handle Klaus.
Yeah.
This house is protected. A vampire has never been invited in. They can't come in here.
She tells the wolves that basically it's their job to take the fight away from her.
Yeah.
Because she's the alpha.
Yeah. She the head in charge.
Did I mention that I don't like Francesca?
I don't like her either.
Oh, okay.
But so they go make their little attack. You know, they coming up on Klaus. You know, and when I say y'all, he was weak. Like I ain't never seen my baby that weak.
He was.
Like on the full moon, he couldn't even stand to his feet.
Nope.
He's on all fours.
Yeah.
Crawling around. Yep. That's how weak he is.
Let's talk about his son, Marcel. I'm going to call Marcel his son for this scene because Marcel showed up and showed out. The wolves go to, I don't know, what is that, like a warehouse?
It's a warehouse
that Elijah had purchased previously that they've filled with what? What's it called?
Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane. And they walk in, the wolves do. It's a pack of them.
Mm-hmm.
Josh locks them in from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Marcel says some shit like, boom, welcome, what's up? And then he makes the sprinklers go off, which is full of what?
Wolfsbane. Well, wolfbane is a plant, but if you take the plant and soak it in the tank that the water system is in, then by default, the water becomes full of the wolfbane. And wolfbane is a natural, it hurts werewolves. I can't think of the word, but yeah, it hurts them. It weakens them.
Okay.
And it can kill them in high doses.
Okay. So they're definitely, as it's coming out of these pipes above, they're definitely weakening. Mm-hmm. And Marcel jumps down and proceeds to kick ass.
Right. Because that night was dangerous for Marcel. Because if they weren't in their weakened state, their bite can kill vampires.
Correct. And Marcel needs the wolves gone just as much as everybody else wants the wolves gone, especially the Guerreras.
Yeah.
What did Marcel say? He had already killed them all off once before. So for him, this is just let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Hey, this is the remix.
So then they show up to
Klaus. Well, they sent a whole bunch of them to Klaus' house.
They do.
But Haley was there.
That's right. Haley was there along with Klaus.
Mm-hmm.
And Elijah is at Francesca's house outside, killing all of her guards, unbeknownst to her, which I do love. Until he lets it be known that
right, that man, it just like rain just splattered all on him.
That blood everywhere. He made blood rain down everywhere. Back at the mansion, because Klaus is weak, when they come to attack him, they're coming from behind.
Oh, we got to talk about every time a ring gets taken back. The look on Klaus's face it's almost orgasmic. It is the way he looked as his power is coming back, like eyes rolling back in the head, deep breathing. Like,
so the first time we see him getting his power back is when the very first ring was taken off by Marcel. Mm-hmm. Marcel rips the man's arm off.
Straight out the socket, like shoulder, like meat, all like you can see the bone.
And then it flashes to Klaus just sucking in the power basically from the air. It's like, I don't know, in my mind, I just envisioned like a traveling spirit going to find him and just entering into his body because that's how he looks. He definitely looks like every time a ring is taken off the finger that he's having an orgasm. Like it's crazy. Even his breathing, he's such an amazing actor.
He is an amazing actor. Like this dude acting with his throat.
He did.
And everything. Like his throat quivered. Like, how did you do that, dude? Like,
correct. Yeah, he was that into the scene that it really looked like he personally right then and there was regaining his strength. Everything that scene was supposed to convey, it does.
It does. I'm gonna tell you how great an actor Klaus is. And it goes for Elijah too, but for Klaus, you can literally put on the originals and turn the sound down and hear no words and literally watch his facial expressions, and you will understand every emotion that he is going through, because it's all over, it's written all over his face.
It really is.
He acts with every fiber of his being.
Yeah, he does.
Ciao, Bella.
Yes, ma'am.
So he's getting his power back. These two cronies show up. And as he's crawling to his easel and stands, he get him 2 paintbrushes, throw them in the necks of these 2 werewolves, and then he drags them back to the canvas, and he's literally dipping his paintbrush in the blood in their neck and painting right then and there.
He's got his color back.
He got his color back. He got his inspiration.
He got his,
Death inspires him.
Death does inspire him. He hadn't been able to kill anybody in a really long time, and simultaneously gaining back his strength. It's a good day for the Michaelsons.
It's a good day.
Yeah. You know who it wasn't a good day for?
Francesca said you had a bad day. Bruh. The worst day of her life.
It was the worst day of her life.
Bruh, she was in power.
All her brothers died.
Whole 2 months of power, and that was it. But you lose your whole family, and you lose your life on a technicality.
Elijah killed every single one of her brothers. It made me happy.
But what happened to Francesca? How she died?
Before we talk about how Francesca dies, let's talk about how Elijah is even able to get in the house to finish off.
He was like, yeah, let me tell you something about Al Capone. He thought he was unstoppable, but he ended up spending his last wretched days in Alcatraz, all because he failed to pay his taxes. So he went, because the house
was saying the devil is in the details.
Yeah, devil's in the details. So it's true. Vampire cannot enter your home unless they're invited.
And so Francesca thought she was safe.
Right, because he had not been invited into her home. Now, the house she was in was a historic building. So he went down to the courthouse and filed it as a historic building. So by him doing that filing, it now becomes property of the state, because it's protected by the state, which makes it a public housing, because it's owned by the state, which makes it public. Because it's public, he don't need an invitation to go into public places. That's why vampires can go into churches, grocery stores, anything that's public, they can enter. And because of that technicality, he is able to enter the house.
And Francesca
she get away though, but
shook.
She shook.
Yo, she gets away, but for a minute, she shitted on herself. Because when he started talking about him going down to the courthouse, she immediately knew. You could see it in her face that he was about to walk in.
Because
she's a judge. Because he's about to walk
the mayor.
Inside. She's the mayor, yeah.
Yeah, so she know how.
She knew immediately that he was finna walk inside, and oh baby, did he walk inside.
He's a beautiful home you have here.
He put that 1 foot over the threshold, held it, and then put it on the floor. Stepped in, brought the other foot to the other foot. It was like some type of Air Force. It reminded me like of a drill sergeant. I mean, his feet were aligned perfectly. His posture was perfect. And then he does that thing that I love when he puts his hands in his pocket, because he's so casual.
Yeah.
I'm about to rip your head off, but I'm going to do it so
my hands
smoothly.
Yeah. Elijah with his hands in his pocket. You better be worried.
Yeah. Elijah Michelson, I'm telling
you. He always adjusted his suit. He put his, so we're going to do this. Like, he's so smooth.
He really is.
He's a smooth criminal. When Michael Jackson wrote that song about he's a smooth criminal, he was talking about Elijah.
You think so?
I know so.
I love how Klaus and Haley's relationship in this episode here now in season 2. I love how their relationship is turning a little bit softer.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that it took for Haley to become a hybrid for her and Klaus to get along, but that's kind of what we're seeing.
Yeah, she understands the fight, the pull. Like, she knows what he suffers.
Yeah.
And she don't like it.
No, she
was in tears.
She hates how she feels.
Yeah.
Well, which is nothing.
Yeah, she feels nothing.
Which is kind of gives you an insight
but
to
everything.
Yeah.
She feels nothing but everything at the same time. Like, she has no feeling. She can kill 8 people, no remorse. But the pain of her baby being gone, that's amplified, because it's, you feel what I'm saying? Like, when she do feel, it's amplified so much more that it's just hard for her to cope.
Right. And she's having a hard time.
She is.
Yeah, I felt a little sad for her during this episode. And Haley's talking to Elijah, and she's explaining to him how she feels and how she doesn't feel and how upset she is. And she says to him, everything's different now. Things are different now. And Elijah gives her absolutely no reassurance.
No, because she said, I can see that you even look at me differently. And he was like, right. Yeah, he did, but I don't understand. Like, she just half of what you are anyway.
Correct. You
liked her when she was a wolf, when she was your natural enemy, but now that she's a hybrid,
that she's part wolf, part vampire. Something that you
I don't think maybe
also.
It's something that, well, he's not part wolf, part vampire. He's just vampire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something that you are also, which is vampire.
But I think, do you think it's because maybe now she is more closer to Klaus than, like, I feel like he was just, I don't know what it was, like, why it's almost like he didn't know what to say.
So he said absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and I think he felt like he failed her, because you remember he's like, I will never let anything hurt you. She died, bruh. On your watch, she died.
Maybe that's what it is.
And I think that's maybe what he hadn't dealt with, is because you're going through this because I failed you. You know, Elijah is he's a man of his word. He don't like breaking his word. And his word to her was, I will not let anything hurt you. You are safe. But she died.
Right. So maybe he's having a hard time. Well, he needs to express that
shit. He needs to.
Because that's not what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that he feels a certain type of way about Haley now that she's a hybrid. And because that's what they're giving us.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
and
that.
And if that's not the case, then let me know. Because and as much as I love Elijah, that scene, I wrote in my notes, boo.
Yeah, he didn't know what to say. I don't think he was prepared for the conversation. And Elijah isn't very good about thinking on his feet with the emotions and stuff like that.
He's not.
But I do have to say something. This has nothing to do with the episodes, because we went 1 through 4. But episode 5, it's called The Red Door. I just wanted you to have hope. That's coming soon.
You know, I love Elijah.
I know you love Red Door Elijah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, episode 1 ends with
Haley catching.
Haley does catch. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was lost my thought there. She does catch Francesca and kill her, which I love.
Yeah, we feel sorry for her.
It was great. Cole meets Davina.
Yes,
because Cole's back.
Yeah, Cole is a mug. Okay, he a mofo.
Yeah, he really is.
He's worse than Klaus.
He is, and I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Cole meets Davina. We find out that Marcel and Cammy are hunching, and Cammy's running the show. How you hunching a vampire and
sleeping
you run
in the next room? Hey,
I don't understand that. Like, she definitely is running the whole thing, and that upsets me. And then we also find out, like, right towards the end, that Cassie is their dead mom, Esther, who is not so dead.
And Vincent is Finn.
And Caleb is Cole.
Yep.
It's a
family union. Oh, but it ain't no barbecuing going on up in this mug.
No, not at all.
It's straight heart snatching and
neck snapping. Heart snatching and neck snapping.
We need that on the shirt.
Because Cassie, aka Esther,
She in a 17-year-old girl body, but she ain't playing.
She in a 17-year-old body, but she is definitely playing big woman games. She came and she is about her mission will not be deterred.
Yeah, she about to throw the big joke out.
Don't she? She got it on her forehead, letting them know that it's coming. I feel so bad for him. And all Elijah got his hearts, and all Klaus got his clubs. So let's get into episode 2, titled Alive and Kicking. So episode 2 starts off with a flashback to Spain in 1702, and it starts off with Cole. And Cole is a little crazy.
Yes, Cole is he's probably a little sadistic. He like killing, and he loves the vampire side of him. He's almost worse than Klaus because he has literally no
right. I feel like he enjoys being a vampire.
Yeah.
I don't know if Klaus so much enjoys it. He's accepted it.
Right.
I'm a vampire.
I have to kill to eat.
Correct.
I'm gonna be a predator, but it ain't no. I mean, he do find joy in killing, but no,
it's different. Yeah, it has a different.
Yeah, feel. It's a different feel.
Yeah,
he's giddy.
Cole's a psychopath.
Yeah. Cole is a psychopath. He's giddy with it, getting giddy with it. And that's what he doing because it's not even about because okay, a vampire can drink, but Cole is like draining like 20 women. Correct. Like you don't even have to drink to kill.
And he don't even be drinking. He be sipping and then he just be tossing their ass. He just bite them and sip and move on.
But they be dead. Like you don't even have to drink them to death. Like you can drink them and
leave them be.
Yeah, and compel them. You don't remember tonight. You're gonna wake up. Your neck may be sore, but you just think it's just a crick. Yeah. I mean, go home. No, this mug is slaughtering villages. Like they gotta move every time.
And right. So in the flashback, that's what Elijah's saying. Like your continuous killing has brought father to us because clearly in
he's 1702
they running from Michael even still. And so they knife his ass and put Cole's ass to sleep.
Yep.
Because
he's still asleep.
Because he's wilding.
That's how they ended up. That's how Finn is here. Because Finn is asleep. And that's how Cole is here. Because Cole is asleep. Their real bodies are in Klaus's basement, daggered.
Right. Except for Esther has figured out a way to take and put them in somebody else's body. And that's how they're here.
Which is why I'm not going to talk about the ending of how this series ends, but that's what I needed Freya to do. Okay.
I got you. Yeah, Freya.
But so yeah, it's possible. So that's what she done. She took their essence and put them into another body.
So now Michael is here with Davina.
Michael here. Esther here.
Esther is here. Finn in here. Body. Cole's here.
And Vincent. No, and he's in
Cole's in Caleb's body. And Finn is in Vincent's body. Yep. The whole damn family here. And we just missing a couple people. Rebecca in hiding.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, they all here. And they all trying to wreak havoc. Like Finn, I don't like him. He's so self-righteous. It's just like he hates being a vampire. Like he hates every essence of it. He don't understand why
episode 4 made me hate Finn. Like I hate you. Like I didn't like him in this episode, but by the time we get to episode 4, I definitely don't like his ass.
Yeah, I didn't like him at all because he like siding with their mother. Anyway, I digress. I don't like him. Didn't much go on in episode 2. Just
Elijah wants Marcel to ask Davina to use her powers to find the White Oak Stake because they realized again in the last episode that
the werewolves ain't got it.
Correct. So where's it at? Somebody has it, and Elijah wants Marcel to ask Davina, and so Marcel asked Davina.
Yeah.
And Elijah's listening.
Yeah.
And Elijah says how careless basically she is with the conversation and knowing that Marcel's life itself could also be in jeopardy. But Davina wasn't concerned about that. And Elijah's conclusion is the reason why Davina's not concerned is because Davina has to have the White Oak Stake.
Right.
And in a way she kind of does.
Right, because she was like, calm down. I want nothing's gonna hurt you. Like, bro, we talking about a steak that's missing. But because she was so calm and wasn't hysterical, he's like, oh, she know what a steak is. Which she did.
She did, yeah, absolutely she does. So while Elijah is on his mission to find Davina and possibly the white oat steak, Klaus is on a mission to go have a conversation with Cassie.
Yeah.
So he goes to the cemetery where Cassie is with the rest of the ancestors.
They all surround him. What's up with them surrounding Klaus? Like
the wolves, because they're protecting Cassie. They're very loyal to her. Cassie, aka Esther.
I know, but they surround him like he gonna be scared. He like,
well, yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah, like, I mean, bro, y'all cannot intimidate him.
That's how I felt about Francesca. Like, there was no point in you hiding. Again, leave the city, leave New Orleans, because it's Klaus. He's gonna kill you.
Yeah. So
they surround him because they're there. The wolves are there to protect Cassie because Cassie is providing them with moonlight rings.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the wolves' loyalty is right now, is to a witch.
Yes.
Dum-dums.
Yeah. So he shows up. She makes him some tea.
Some chamomile.
Tea. He hates it. My mother used to make this tea.
She made it from the flowers near my child boyhood home.
Yes. They was talking so eloquently.
Thank you.
But he was like, I don't like. And then when she greeted him, she said Niklaus.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody calls him Niklaus but his mother.
And he caught that. He
didn't let on, but he caught it.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And this is where he finds out that the 70-year-old girl is not a 70-year-old girl, but it's his ancient mother, Esther.
She's like, Niklaus, if you have a question, just ask it. Because he kept saying little stuff like, my mom liked this tea. You call me by my full name. Nobody does that. And so she was like, is there a point? What you want to ask? Just ask me. Esther, I wanted to reach through the TV and stab her in the eye with my pen. I did not like her. She was cocky as hell when she was talking to him.
I mean, but think about it. She has every right to be
arrogant. Why she do? Why she got every right to
I'm not saying she right, but she got every right to be.
Why?
Because number one, she that bad witch. She don't body jumped her two sons and herself, hijacked
Cassie's body.
Hijacked the harvest.
Correct.
Created vampires.
Yeah. I mean, I understand.
Like her magic, like she's there. Her memoirs, they trying to kill each other just for a page out of her witch book.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, that's why she's super cocky.
Okay, so you're saying she has the right to be because she's that witch.
Yeah. You know how Klaus is that hybrid? If we're going to be real, Esther is that witch.
I mean, she is.
But they all the same family. That goes to show you how powerful this family is.
Correct. And as far as just a vampire, I would say Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah, that dude.
Correct, because we saw him kill like 20 people and he only had like a little bit of blood on his shoulder and was still in his full suit.
He ripped
it. Buttons was still buttoned. Like,
not a hair out of place.
Not a hair out of place. Didn't look like he had just been in a fight. Looked like some raindrops, aka blood drops, had fell on his shoulder.
That was it.
Yeah, so you're right. The whole family is a force to be reckoned with. Even Michael's old evil ass. I don't like him.
I don't either. His face is just annoying. He looks condescending. And anyway, I digress. So,
I don't understand what Esther's problem is with her kids, especially Niklaus. You created vampires. There were no vampires until you did your spell, Esther. Right. So how do you hate your own kids? The very things that you created. Like what, dum-dum?
They get into it in episode 3. Do you want to go ahead and jump there?
Was there anything else in episode 2? I like when Klaus asked Elijah, which one of our parents should we kill first?
I know, right?
Because both of them got to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Parasite.
So which ones do you want?
I don't condone killing your parents. But they was already dead, so they don't count. It's like double jeopardy.
We have to talk about the fight So, okay, Finn and Cassie know that Davina is hiding something.
Yes, they just don't know what.
In the church, in the old room where Davina was captive, I don't want to say captive, where Marcel was hiding her. They know Davina's hiding something. They're not sure what. So Finn says, if she has a weapon, the best way to find out what type of weapon she has is to make her use it. So Finn incites a fight at the bar where Davina is on like a little lunch date with Caleb, aka Cole, and all hell breaks loose. Yep. The wolves show up. You want to tell them about it?
And they begin to attack her. Now, mind you, Caleb is there, but he just portrayed to her like a little cutie pie. He's a witch. She knows that, but they ain't no match for the werewolf.
Caleb, aka Cole, can't let Davina know that he is as powerful as he is, or that he's even Cole. This is why he's pretending to be Caleb.
So they fight. Werewolves throw him aside. They knock her down. She immediately grabs her bracelet and calls Michael. Now Michael come in and go ham on him.
He does. She's definitely running him with her little bracelet.
Yes, her bracelet get knocked off.
And when her bracelet gets knocked off, Michael seizes his opportunity.
But he was gonna kill her.
He was finna kill Davina. He was finna send her on up to the upper room.
To the upper room.
He was finna be out of here.
Send her on up. Send her on up.
He's tired of Davina.
I'm Michael.
I'm tired.
You don't control me.
Correct, but I'm also tired of Davina.
So, long story short,
Elijah shows up.
Elijah shows up
of time
and stabs him or does something to him.
Wait. Elijah shows up and stabs who?
Michael. And while he's distracted, Marcel is there. She's like, no, Marcel, give me my bracelet.
Right. So Marcel gets the bracelet and now she's able
to go home. She tells him to go home.
Yeah, she's able to control Michael again.
So
she don't say nothing though.
Nope.
Elijah is stunned because he just saw his daddy.
Yes.
Marcel is stunned because he just saw Elijah's daddy. Yes. He could have been father-in-law, who he know don't like vampires. And Davina don't say shit. She just get her bracelet and walk out like she had just said her Easter speech and she was done. I didn't like it. Somebody need to give her a whooping.
She was ashamed. She wasn't ready for that to come out yet.
Well, now everybody knows. So
not everybody, because
I mean the important people know.
Well, not Esther and Finn.
That's
because
true.
Caleb saw it. Because remember, that's his daddy too.
Correct. And reported nothing.
Yeah, because he had that big gash. Because he was, talking back to his mama, and she made his nose bleed. Like she started killing him, like right there.
When Caleb gets back to the house where Finn and Cassie, aka Esther, are, he lies and says that he didn't see anything because he was knocked out. I'm wondering why he didn't tell Esther, Dad is here, your husband. Like, why didn't he tell Esther that?
Because she didn't like the way she was trying to force answers out of him. Like on low key, Cole is just going along with the ride for right now until something better come along.
I mean, I understand that, but Michael's crazy. He didn't even want to.
But Michael don't know who he is. He has no reason to fear Michael because Michael ain't. For one, he ain't a vampire. For one, he's just some random dude that's in a body. So Michael don't even know who he is.
Right, because Michael doesn't know that it's
Cole. Right. So he didn't. Right. So he ain't worried about it. So it really ain't hurting him. So
I got you.
On to your question about why she hates them. So
wait, so was that episode 3?
Yes.
When we began to talk about why she hates her kids.
Yes.
With her means. Somebody should call DHR on Esther's ass.
They didn't have him back in 492.
There was no DHR. Okay, wait. So episode 3, that's what you're about to get into. Episode 3 titled Every Mother's Son. I hated this title because I don't like Esther. Go for it.
First of all, let me go in real quick. Okay, so number one, Esther knew that Klaus was a bastard child. She knew she cheated. And she loved the werewolf probably more than she loved her husband. So Klaus was supposedly her love child. But
that's why she kept saying Klaus was so special to her.
Yes. Yeah. He was special, but she knew he was a child of a werewolf, which she knew he could not activate the curse, which is why she made him that necklace with the sparrow on it, because it weakened him.
Now, mind you, she sold this necklace as a damn pipe dream, which I did not appreciate.
That's why he was pissed.
Because Klaus was a boy. He was a kid, and he thought he had received this special necklace from his mom, which in my mind I'm thinking, damn, he got a daddy that he know don't like him. So here's his mom telling him how special he is. Can you imagine how much he needed that?
Yeah.
Only to find out
that it weakened him, which he blames her. That's the reason why father never liked me or loved me, because I was weak. And the only reason I was weak because you made me weak. You made him despise me. And she was like, I had to make you weak because you were too strong and I couldn't risk you triggering the curse. So in her mind, she thought she was protecting him. But let me tell you this little tidbit that I found out that I wrote. That I did not realize until watching this the second time around. When she was explaining to Klaus who they were and their history, when she gave the story of the sparrow and what it means to their family, they're Vikings. They settled on the land, but they are originally Vikings. So Esther, Michael, Klaus, Elijah, all of them are Vikings. It makes so much sense on how they are warriors, how they are ruthless, how they are. It's part of who they are. Everybody know about Vikings. Like, I love the Vikings.
I love the Vikings too. But yeah, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
also until the second time around. But let me tell you where I realized that they were Vikings. I realized that they were Vikings in, I think it's episode 4, where Davina asked Michael to teach her how to fight, because Michael tells her that witch shit ain't gonna get you too far. That's only gonna help you in the bar. Yeah, and then you got your ass kicked in the bar. You need to know how to protect yourself. And that's when he begins to tell her about the Vikings. And that's how that was my realization, like, oh shit.
Oh, see, I knew it.
These niggas is Vikings?
Yeah, that's why I was like, that makes so much sense.
Correct. This is why Michael is such a warrior.
Which is why she's a witch practicing, like, using dark art and dark magic, because she's not bound by, because, you know, Vikings don't care about right, wrong. Like, it's like, look, we were ruling. Like, exactly. So it makes so much sense because of where they come from. But I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I too. It's funny how we both realized that they were Vikings, but we caught it on different scenes.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's why I love them. That's why they're warriors. That's why they are the essence of who they are.
Correct. Because like Klaus says, when you're turned into a vampire, it only
exaggerates
who
that's
you
exactly
are.
What I got in my notes. And it says, Klaus, being a vampire exaggerates who you are.
And they're Vikings.
Yeah.
This is also part of the reason why Michael was on Klaus so hard about being
weak. Yeah, now that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, you can't be no weak ass Viking.
No, like that's a disgrace to your family.
You're gonna sully our name.
Right, you're gonna sully our name. We're the Van Thrall Viking clan.
Correct.
And we, you know, like, look, I'm not gonna get into it long, but that's why we got to start that series, Vikings. But they were known to be savages. On a battlefield. Vikings would literally rip their enemies' throats out with their teeth.
All they would do is what they call it, ravage and pillage.
That's it. But no, do you know how crazy you got to be if you're looking out on a battlefield and they don't set the first line in, and you're looking out there and you see other human beings ripping other human beings' noses off, ears off, biting their necks, like they're using their mouth. Right. Like, nobody do that.
Yeah, that's not how we fight. Who taught you?
Right.
Where y'all from?
Right. They were different breed. They out there like pits off chains.
Yeah, Vikings.
Oh, I love it. Oh. You can pillage meat. No, I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, like, you know,
it was a good realization.
It was
that's who they are. And now that Esther is here, her whole purpose of being here is to try to undo the curse.
Yeah.
To undo what
she wants to make them human, I believe, because we hadn't got there yet. But I think she want to make them human so they can live a normal life and be and die.
She wants to get the family back. She wants to get the band back together. They're the Von Trapps.
She want to reunite the band, bruh. Klaus said, "Look, I've been solo. You know, it's always that one dude."
Yeah, nah, you're exactly right. Klaus is like, "Nah, B, I'm a solo
I killed
artist.
you once."
Yeah,
you know, he told his daddy,
I can't wait to kill you again. But your burning body."
And he said, "But this time I'm gonna make sure I enjoy it more."
Yeah, that was a smooth line. Klaus don't like Michael, as he shouldn't. I don't like Michael. I don't like Michael. I don't like Davina.
You don't like Davina now? Cause
No, I told you she's playing adult games with her young self, and she not gonna make it.
What else you got for episode 3 before we get into this lesson?
That's Klaus and Elijah get into it. Klaus tells Elijah how weak that he thinks he is, which Elijah is playing pretty weak, I would say.
Yeah, that's because I don't know. Elijah, he plays it, but we all know Elijah is that he could be Red Door Elijah. I don't know why he always be trying to. Oh, because he try to hold himself to a high standard of morale. Anyway,
he does. I did like the scene where Elijah, after Klaus tells Elijah how weak he is, Elijah tells Klaus that, your whole life you've been fighting to be strong, and you're the fiercest out of all of us. You're the strongest out of all of us. Yeah.
He said the others would do well to learn from you.
Correct.
He said, thank you.
Nah, he was just like, yeah, you giving raw facts. I'm glad you know it. So Esther's, like you said, Esther's whole reason for being back now is to reunite them and for them to be a family again.
Yep. To be a family.
So therefore, in order to do that, she says she has to take everything from them. She has to bring them to their knees.
She got to break them and beg, make you beg.
Why
beg. I can't, you know what, Esther, you did it. And that's what Klaus told her. You blame us for your own mistakes.
Right.
Like, it's your fault.
You turned us into vampires. This is what I'm saying. This is why I don't like Esther.
Why did she faint like that?
With Klaus pretending at the dinner.
When Klaus gave her the business and told her, you mad at us, but it's your fault. This is your doing.
He read her for filth. And she didn't like it. But she fainted because right at that time she was jumping bodies. Sorry, I got caught up on my lip there.
Which that 60-year-old girl could have lost her life up in there. Ain't that a crazy place to wake up?
Right, with being interrogated by Klaus and you have no idea what's going on. So, needless to say, like we said, Esther has now jumped bodies. She's no longer in Cassie. She's now in the black lady, who I loved before fucking Esther jumped into her.
Now I can't stand her.
Now I can't stand her ass. Like, damn. Jumping to somebody we don't know.
And she got that motherly grandma voice. Like,
oh, yeah, Lenora?
Yeah.
She does. And Esther's done ruined her. I'm so disappointed. Also in episode 4, we see a lot more of Haley and Elijah interacting, and they're not friendly with each other.
No, Klaus is even to the point where like, y'all need to fix that.
Yeah,
Klaus like, I don't know what's going on, but it's real rank around here.
Right, and it's because of y'all two, because they're not getting along. This episode 4. I screamed at the TV a lot.
What is it called? Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die. Yeah. I screamed at the TV a lot because Finn is all up in episode 4. Finn is the one who decides to get the kids, the
werewolf kids. He wanted to trigger that curse. He wanted to murder.
He wants them to kill humans to trigger their curse because there's a war. And they need warriors. They need more warriors. But they're kids.
But then how he gonna get mad at Klaus and Elijah talking about what great things have you given to society and all of this? But now you want kids to be out here murdering humans. Correct. Just because you need an army? Like, I don't get the whole self-righteousness, but you do the exact same thing.
Yeah. Like, even in the flashbacks, you can see how Finn just hung on Esther's every
he wanted
word.
To be the favorite. Like he was just
did want to be the favorite, and he was very jealous of Klaus even when they were kids.
Yeah.
So I feel like anything that he can do to get rid of Klaus, he's going to do. That's who Klaus should be watching. Finn. I know he watching Michael, but he should also keep his eyes open.
And that's why Esther's one hand man, because he hates being a vampire. Like, I want to be purified, mother, purify me.
Right. So Klaus finds out that Davina is in the cabin in the woods with Michael because he overhears a conversation that Cammy is having with Davina. So now he has to go to the woods to get Michael. Like, he's going to take the fight to them, which I love that.
And they got the state.
Yes. And he knows that Davina has the white White Oak.
Which I don't know why Klaus fears the White Oak State, because he knows for a fact it will kill his siblings. But we don't know if it'll kill Klaus. He fears it, that he thinks it does, but in my mind, because y'all know I'm a writer, it doesn't kill him.
Do they know that you're a writer? I don't think you've ever mentioned before that you're a writer.
Oh no, they haven't. They don't know I'm a writer, but I'm a writer.
They know
now.
You're a writer now.
They know I'm a writer now, but yeah. And that's the thing. That's why I keep telling him, Klaus, you're unique. You're unique. You're unique. None of the rules,
right,
really apply to you.
This episode, something is going on with Gia. Okay, so I don't know if we mentioned it, but maybe in episode 2, Marcel is trying to recruit.
That was a hot episode. I know the scene you talking about when Gia and Elijah were fighting.
Right. So let me set the scene. So Marcel is trying to recruit vampires because all of his vampires have been killed off by either the wolves or Klaus or Elijah. Like, it's that simple. So he's trying to recruit people to turn into vampires because they're not vampires yet. One of the people that he's able to recruit is Gia. For whatever reason, not even for whatever reason, I know why, because Marcel is smart. Marcel knew that Elijah was going to be attracted to Gia, so he set that whole thing up.
Mm-hmm.
But he wants Elijah to mentor Gia. And Elijah's not for it in the beginning, but initially, after a while, he gives in because Marcel that says that Elijah has a weakness, and Elijah's weakness is he has to fix things.
Yep.
Which makes much sense on why he's so determined to fix Klaus after a fucking 1,000 years. But I digress. So something is happening between Elijah and Gia. They're sparks. And I don't like it because just a week ago you was loving Haley.
About a week ago. Okay, he was loving Haley. Okay, go ahead.
He was. And now all of a sudden he's letting Gia put her damn hand in his chest
and touch his heart.
And touch his heart.
Ooh!
Literally.
Oh, wait. She's lucky.
Did you see the way they were looking at each other?
Oh, yeah, that was breathing hard with his head. When her hand was in his chest, he was like, is it going to be, what do you say, head or the heart?
Yeah, he enjoyed that shit way too much.
Oh, but she said, Haley Walker, she said, Elijah. Like, she act like that he was cheating, like she caught him in bed. But I guess with a girl hand in your chest wrapped around your heart, that's pretty intimate.
And the way Elijah was, that look on his face, it looked like a very intimate situation. And that's why when Haley walked in, she was pissed. That wasn't no regular ass Elijah. She was like, Elijah. I know you got your hand on her butt. That's how that was,
bruh. But could you imagine vampire? Oh, so you just gonna let her put her hand in your chest, touch your heart? I thought I only could want to touch your heart. Oh, so that's what we doing now. Just let everybody touch our heart, rip your little chest out. Okay, bet. Next time you come in the room and somebody hand all up in my heart, got the hand around my heart, feeling it beat. I don't want to hear that. Like, that's different arguments. Like,
that's a vampire argument,
right?
Okay, so. That was a great scene, most definitely. Klaus is at the cabin.
They're doing a spell.
They're doing a spell
to hide.
Davina and Caleb are to hide from Klaus. But Klaus sees the stick in the yard, Michael's stick, that he had did some Viking carvings in. Klaus throws the stick through the window, which messes up their being able to do this channeling of the spell, which in a nutshell frees Michael. And him and Klaus are fighting.
Bro, they're going at it.
They are going at it. And for a minute, I thought that
Michael
was about to take Klaus. But he does not, because Klaus had damn Tunde's dagger in his back pocket.
But you know what's so amazing about that whole fight? Klaus never had to wolf out.
No, he didn't.
He whooped Michael straight up vampire style.
He did.
So we already know there was a whole nother level Klaus could have went to.
He could have.
And he didn't.
Nah, he kept it simple and he just used the dagger on Michael and daggered his ass and threw his ass in the trunk.
But he pulled the dagger out himself.
That's
nobody's not been able to do that.
Nobody's able to pull the dagger out. Once Tunde's dagger is in you, it's in you. But for whatever reason, episode 4 ends with Michael pulling the dagger out of his body. And I was shook. Like, huh? Why couldn't Klaus do that? If anybody should be able to do it, it should be Klaus. And that's how the episode ends.
Maybe he can. He just don't know it yet.
You know what, y'all? Come back next week, though.
Come back next week.
What we doing?
I love you, Klaus.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Next week we reviewing 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come sit with us. Let's talk about the originals.
Let's talk about it. Bring you a cup of blood and let's have a drink.
What's up, y'all? This is Azra, and you are listening to A&T Friendship Diaries. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Thank you as always for listening in.